that was her spot. Aunt Alicia is starting to talk a little bit again. And she says we should keep my mother's chair there. We should keep her spot the way it always was. I think for her, it's a spiritual thing, as if something is left of my mother in that chair. To me, it's just a chair. She bought this house when I was 3rd grade, 8, I think. And for the first year that we lived here, there wasn't a chair there. And that was not her spot. She used to pace all the time. She hardly ever sat down. Sometimes she would even pace during dinner. And she would get really upset if we said anything to her about it, because, you know, it can drive you kind of crazy when a person is going back and forth, back and forth. They're upstairs, and it's an old house. It creaks. It really creaks. I mean, sometimes it's really spooky, and it's so old that the wind can make it creak in the middle of the night. And we would just want her to sit down, chill. I mean, nobody said chill in 3rd grade. Nobody I knew anyway. But she would just back and forth, up and down the stairs, up into the attic. Sometimes it sounded like she was walking in circles around the attic. And then she would come back down to the 1st floor, and she would pace the whole length of the house, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until I guess finally she was too tired, and she would usually at that point go to bed. After doing this all day after work, on Saturdays it was all day, on Sundays it was all day. And then she had a tree planted right outside this window, and of course it was really small, and you couldn't see the tree like you can see now. And after the tree was planted, then she would be in her spot most of the time when she was home. And we weren't eating, or she wasn't cleaning house, or she wasn't doing some relative's taxes. She was in her spot, watching that tree. Like the tree needed a guardian angel, or it's something. My mother was hardly an angel, and some of you who know me well are probably having uncharitable thoughts about her, which are justified, because she was as mean to anybody who was my friend as she was to me and Aunt Alicia. Well, the one thing I'll say is I'm not sentimental, but I'm also open-minded, and even though I inherited the house, it still Aunt Alicia's house, as far as I'm concerned. She might have even spent more years here, living here, than I did, because I left as soon as I could. And I talk about my mother the way that she was all the time. And the truth about her is really sort of awful sometimes, as you know. But I don't mean to be mean by saying what I'm about to say. The one positive thing I will say about that chair is that it is a reminder that my mother is not pacing the house 24/7 anymore. My mother is not haunting me anymore.